There's one concept in exercise I wanted to discuss in which pushing yourself to muscle failure and then resting for a few seconds and attempting to do more is actually very beneficial. We might call this a rest-pause strategy, where instead of going for a particular number of repetitions, you might go for a time limit. That's what we're going to do today, is try 45 seconds of particular exercise, followed by 15 seconds rest, another 45, 15 seconds rest, etc. Between each 4 exercises, we'll take a longer period to recover more sufficiently. Again, if you get exhausted during an exercise, take a break. If you can resume before the end of the 45 seconds, that's great. If you're totally beat, then just wait for the next exercise. The only special equipment I was going to have today was I like to use like these glide discs, and instead of like hopping my feet back for burpees or mountain climbers, it's a little easier on my toe joints. And then I have a platform. You can use a bench or a mat on the floor for different exercises. To start, I'm going to do a series of exercises for the core and the abdominal. And let me get started. In 10 seconds, we'll start with 45-second plank. You can do this on the floor, on an incline, and start. You can lower down to your elbows. You can always do this up-down plank version. If you need to take a break, you pause in this position, or you can even actually just stop. You've got about another 15 seconds. Okay, 15-second break, then move to the floor or to the platform, and we'll do 45 seconds of bicycle crunch. So you bring your knees towards your chest and rotate your upper body. Avoid pulling on your neck. You can always put your arms in front, across your chest. You can always pause. 15 seconds to go. 5. Okay. A little break. And lay back down. Now we're going to do leg raises. You can always put your hands under your tailbone. Give you a little support. Push your back into the, actually 2 leg raises. If you bend your knees, reduces the requirement a little bit. 15 seconds. Okay. And take a little break. And our last exercise in this will be a Russian twist. And we'll start in 4 seconds. So your trunk is up, knees bent, feet off the ground, and twist side to side. rest pause for me. And try and resume. You can always progress this by adding some weight in your hands, like a dumbbell. I mean the weight. Okay. Take a break at this point. Get some water, recover, come back shortly for our second set. Welcome back. It's important to let yourself recover a bit between these sets because again, like for me, I was probably above 90% of my maximal heart rate at a level 9 and 10 on perceived exertion scale. I like to get my heart rate down about 100 in the rest period, which is about 60% of my predicted maximal heart rate. And then I'm ready to continue. So for our next exercise, we're going to do some jump rope. Now, I use an invisible jump rope because I have a hard time getting the rope to actually miss my feet. You don't actually need the rope, it's just a little hop. Depending on your fitness level and that, you can just do a heel raise or do an actual hop, like for jump rope. 1 second. So as before, we'll do 45 seconds of exercise followed by a 15-second rest. And begin. You can reverse it. Forward. You can rest pause or just go down to a heel lift. 15 seconds left. Keep going. 5 seconds. And rest. Next, we'll go into an incline push-up. You can rest pause in the plank position or stand up. And begin. You can always progress push-ups by going to the flat position on the floor, modify them by going to a steeper angle or down on your knees. You want to think what your shoulder blades are doing. Try and keep them down. And rest. Next, we're going to move into burpees with a push-up. I'm going to use the slide disc. And begin. Squat down, slide back, push up, slide up, stand up. You can always progress these, again, by going to the floor. We're doing a hop back, together in a hop at the start. You can do a rest pause. We've got about 2 seconds. I think I'm done. Next, I'm going to go back to the platform and do our army crunch. So, hands across the chest, legs straight, bring them up, try and touch your knees to your thighs. "15 seconds. If your abs are shot, rest, pause, and that's it. Again, stop the tape, do a recovery, and come back in a few minutes. The good news is we're halfway done with this workout. The bad news is we have half of this workout left to go. So next exercise is going to be squat jumps. Again, you go down to a squat, jump up. Again, depending on your level, you don't actually have to leave the ground. You can go from squat to a calf raise. If you want to progress it, you can always add a dumbbell or a kettlebell to hold over a medicine ball. 45 seconds of squat jumps is pretty hard, so I think I just do body weight. Okay, let's start in about 5 seconds, 45 seconds, rest, pause when you need to. Go. Pause, recover a little bit, get exertion level down a point or two, 30, 20, 15 seconds to go. Okay, a little rest. Next, I'm going to do mountain climbers with my slide disc. And at an incline. And begin. You can always progress this by putting hands on the floor and not using the disc. 15 seconds to go. Okay, take a break. 15 seconds rest. Next, we're going to do high knees. You can start off just a march. You can jog it if you want. Fifteen seconds to go. Rest, pause if you need to, and swing to resume. You can also progress by picking up the speed. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll finish off this set with lunges, either forward or backward or in all positions. Let's go side and side and back and back and front and front. Other side, and back and back, front, front. You can do star, which is diagonal, side, back diagonal, and back. And that's it. Whew. Take a break, come back in a few minutes when you've recovered. Okay, last set. If you're like me, this is turning out to be a pretty effective exercise day. I'm going to go back on the platform or the floor on the mat, do some more core work. I'm going to start off with flutter kicks and progress from there. And let's get our timer going. Okay, so you can always put your hands in a diamond under your tailbone. And just, I find slow is more effective than fast. Fifteen seconds to go. And 5. And next. Next, we're going to go in and out. Same position, legs out, touch, out, touch. And let's start in 4, 3, 2, 1. You can cross your legs. I'm just getting over a hip bursitis, so I'm not crossing them because that exacerbates that outside of the hip bursitis. Let's pause, catch your breath, and we can try and go for another 10 seconds or so. And that's that. And we're going to go in and out with our legs up. This was pretty hard. A little more rest and pause. And then back to it. You might find your energy levels are waning. Try and keep pursuing. Another 10 seconds. And that's final exercise is a banana, which is essentially a plank with your legs out front. Lift your shoulders off the mat. Try and hold this position to progress. And put your arms up to your head or even over your head. You might feel, make sure your core is engaged. Push in to the side of your belly button. Are those muscles working? Those are your core. .15 seconds. Let's finish out strong This is our last exercise. Keep going. 5 seconds. And whew. You might want to finish up with a little bit of foam rolling, some stretching. Make sure you get plenty of water. It's getting to be springtime here. Enjoy the outside when it's not snowing or raining. Have a great day.